he's supposed to have, Yahweh Shah. And all these kingdoms that once ruled, they gonna seem like nothing, man. They gonna seem like nothing.
And on his thigh, a name written, King of Kings.
And you know what? He could, you know what? Because he was tempted back then.
Right.
By the devil, man. By Satan himself. But you know what? In the back of his mind, he already knew, man, I'm gonna get this place anyway. And you know what? What would be the fun in that? Right. I don't get to destroy nothing.
Yeah.
I don't get to wreak vengeance, man. I don't get to pay back these people, man. Forget that. Because contrary to popular belief, the Lord takes pleasure, like he said, in seeing the fall of his enemies. He takes pleasures in that.
And on his thigh, a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Now, I just want to say something. That's not his name, man. That's just a title. That's just one of the many titles that the Lord has, man. The Lord's name is one. His Father's name is one. All right? But he that have an ear, let him hear. All right? King of Kings and Lords of Lords is just another title that the Lord goes by. All right? And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying to all fowls and fly in the midst of the heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power. That was it. That was it. Daniel.
You got that? Yeah. Bring it up.
Daniel, chapter 2, verse 31. Thou, O king, sawest and behold a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. The image heard. Oh, Slaki. The image's head was of fine gold, his breast, and his arm of silver, and his belly, his thighs of brass.
That's right. Let's talk about this right here. But before, prior to these kingdoms, which he had saw, who was ruling before them? You had the Egyptians that was ruling. And then you had the Assyrians that was ruling. But the kingdoms that he's seen right here was talking about the Babylonians, the Medes and the Persians, the Greeks, and then the Romans, and then finally it was America, NATO, and the EU. That's what he's seen ruling. But he's seen it in the form of this statue. And like I said, where we at, we're gonna read it.
His legs of iron, his feet part of iron, and Slaki, I'm start back at the top. Daniel chapter 3, verse 32. This image head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image.
That's right, which smote the image. What was that stone? Going into mainly that stone is who? Yahweh Shah. And like they say in the scriptures, he's that rock.
Cornerstone.
That cornerstone, yep. That foundation you're supposed to build upon. But then that actual stone is the nuclear missiles, man.
Yeah.
That's what's going to destroy that foundation. That's going to take out all of these kingdoms above it. Because like I said, the feet mixed with iron and clay is an amalgamation of all these kingdoms above it. It takes all the customs of them kingdoms above it. And I was doing some research the other day. I'm like, damn, they really, I'm from your games to your sayings, into your political, your idols. Everything is taken from each one of these kingdoms, man. Everything. From chess came from, well not chess, but the game, like the game of shoots and ladders, the game Trouble, came from where? The Medo-Persian Empire. They go all the way back to them. All these games, all these, everything, man, goes back to these empires, man. I was just like, damn, I mean, it may not amaze some of y'all, but it amazed me to know these things, man.
But that's why the scriptures say that this is the golden cup, man, in the Lord's hand. That's full of mixture, man. All right? Because this cup, Babylon, which is known as America in the scriptures, man. This has all the philosophy of each kingdom, like the brother just said, man. Every philosophy, game, way of life comes from Babylon, man.
Yeah, like and it was a saying, you know, the postman saying, through hail, sleet, and snow or whatever,
Right.
he shall go and still deliver or whatever. I forgot how to say it.
Right.
That goes back to the Medo-Persian Empire. Because they said that the Medo-Persian Empire, they was known for traveling, and their couriers always getting to where they gotta go, and that's where they get that saying from. Everything, man.
Even pan the camera across the street. That's a Greek way of writing gyro, man. In an English formation, man. And certain writings, certain letterings, characters that you see is Roman writing, man. That's how they written in Rome, man. All right, because like the brother said, America just is a sample of every kingdom, man. All right.
That's why the scriptures call it Babylon.
Yeah.
The daughter of Babylon.
Daughter of Babylon.
The land of confusion. Then it calls it the pot which scum there is in. You know?
Okay. Thou sawest till that as verse 34, Daniel chapter 2. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without heads, which smote the image upon his feet,
Right.
that were of iron and clay, and break them to pieces.
Everything, all those philosophies before it, before America, which it takes on now, all that's gonna be destroyed, man. All those gods, all those images, all that's gonna be destroyed. Everything about the society which is taken on from, like it calls it in Revelations 11 and 8, the spiritual Egypt, the spiritual Sodom, all that's gonna be destroyed.
And break them to pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass and silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like the chaff of the summer, threshing floors, and the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain.
Yeah, it said no place was found for them. Meaning there's no place for these other nations. There's no place for these Africans to ever come up into power. Once again, there's no place for these Arabs or these East Indians or these Medi or these Persians or these Medes to come back into power. There's no place for these crackers to come back in power. All these kingdoms, all these other nations are going to be thrown down. And it's going to be in this lifetime, man. This world war is popping off as we speak. All they got to do is go into Iran. That's all they got to do. All Israel got to do is just shoot a rocket over there in Iran and let the games begin. That's all we waiting for. And then that chip, and then martial law, man. Because that's what's coming.
The game's already begun. I got an article.
Bring it at.
The game's already begun. Like, you know, you got the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act, which really labels everybody in society as a terrorist. You got Patriot Act number 2 that was passed like 4 years ago. Now you also got something called, I'm gonna pull it up, Article H6556, all right, which was basically passed by the government on, I believe, it replaces the Homeland Security Act of 2002, all right, and it was just enacted in a couple weeks ago, October 11th, 2012, which is 11 is another demonic spiritual day for them anyway, also, okay. I'm gonna try to get it, but while I get, I'll just talk about it. Oh, here it goes. It says, let me see. It says, I'll just read the headline. It says, HR 6566 is a mass fatality act. Okay, a mass fatality plan.